Well, the course wasn't written in the normal process. It was dictated by an inner voice. And the person who received it, Helen Schuckman, she began to have a series of unusual experiences after she and her colleague, Bill Thetford, joined in a better way. Basically, they wanted to demonstrate in their relationship and in their work life a way in which people could cooperate and get along without all the usual conflict. And when they joined in that, Helen began having a series of very unusual, visionary, spiritual experiences out of the blue. And eventually she began to hear a voice speaking to her. Initially, I think, just commenting on some of her experiences. But eventually speaking to her, she began to write down what she got. And a day or two after that, the voice appeared in her mind and said, "This is A Course in Miracles, please take notes." And that was the beginning of the dictation of the Course. Helen, at this point, had the impression the voice was Jesus. I think somewhere inside she really felt she knew the voice was Jesus. Obviously, it's a very startling claim, not something you want to just swallow whole right away, but that is how the voice talks throughout the Course. There are many, many references in which the author, the voice speaking in the first person, refers in one way or another to its own identity, usually subtly, obliquely, but the author talks about his crucifixion, about his disciples, about his birth and the manger and Christmas, and talks about the things he taught in the Gospels and about his resurrection. There's really no question whatsoever that the voice is claiming to be Jesus. Now, of course, then the big question is it really Jesus? And there's no objective way to test for that. For me, what's been most helpful in that regard is A, I do think that the authorship of the Course is something that a human being couldn't have accomplished. And I say that for a lot of reasons that I won't go into, but I think that just the IQ level displayed in the writing is just beyond the human. But also I say it because there are a tremendous amount of parallels between the teaching in the Course and what scholars are only now discovering that the historical Jesus probably taught. And the picture they are uncovering is one that is quite different than our traditional picture of Jesus. It is based on what's in the Gospels, but based on certain things in the Gospels that they think really go back to Jesus, as opposed to other things in the Gospels. And isolating those certain things, seeing them in relation to each other in the context of that day and age, many scholars have identified a message which is incredibly Course-like. And it's things like that that I think should at least make us open to the possibility. We shouldn't be dogmatic about this. It shouldn't be, yeah, you have to believe that. But I think we should be open. Why couldn't it happen? Why couldn't Jesus come back and author a book through someone?